Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Olivia, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for returning for another video, and hopefully I have some more information for you guys today that you'll find helpful. And so let's get started. We're going to be talking about what it takes to become a Florida real estate agent, how to get your license. And keep in mind, I'm going to be talking about Florida specifically. Every state is going to vary between how many hours it's going to take to complete the course and what order you need to do things and what the different requirements are. So keep in mind, if you're watching this video, I'm going to be talking about Florida specifically because that's where I'm licensed and that's where I practice real estate in. So we're going to get started with step number one. So step number one is going to be to apply to actually take the exam, and that's going to be through the DBPR, and the DBPR stands for Florida's Department of Business and Professional Regulation. So the reason you want to go ahead and do this first before you even sign up for the class, in my opinion, this is going to get you it's going to get the process going a lot quicker, because for me personally, the thing that I was waiting on the longest was the approval to actually take the test. So you're not actually, this doesn't mean that you're licensed. It doesn't mean that you have any sort of certification or anything. All that it means when you are filling out this application is you are asking the state for permission to take the Florida real estate exam. And it can take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a few months to actually get your application approved. So you want to start this process first so that you can go ahead and take care of the other steps that we're going to talk about while you're in the process of waiting for the DBPR to approve you. Whenever you fill out the application, you want to be prepared to pay your fee. You want to make sure you have all your information with you. If you're one of those people that doesn't remember like your social security number and things like that, go ahead and have all your documents ready. I believe you'll need to put in your driver's license number as well when you're filling out the application, so have all of that stuff with you. And one other quick thing I wanted to say before you even apply is you want to make sure that you are going to be at least 18 years old at the time that you're going to be taking the exam, and you want to make sure that you have your high school diploma. The next step is going to be getting fingerprinted and getting your background check performed. And so you're going to want to do that. For me, I did it the day after I did my application. I know you're going to hear some information that differs. Some people will tell you get your background check and fingerprint first and then apply. But for me personally, I just went through what I found online. I believe I downloaded a document somewhere which was like an instruction manual for applying for the exam. And it said to take your do your application shortly before getting your fingerprints done. So that's just the order that I did it in, and I didn't have any issues with that. But when you're going to get fingerprinted, I got mine done at UPS. You can go on, the DBPR has a link, I believe, that will take you to where Pearson VUE has accepted locations to go in and get fingerprinting done. And so I know UPS is a common one though, and I had one very close to where I live. So I just went and got it done at UPS. It only took a few minutes. I came in with my driver's license. I don't remember if you had to bring two forms of ID, like a credit card and a driver's license, but bring two just in case. So like a passport and a credit card and an ID or something like that. And that should be everything that you need. And it'll be a really quick process. They do it digitally, so they'll take you over the computer, and the employee at UPS will, or wherever you go, will instruct you on what to do. They'll hold your finger down. It'll scan it. It should only take a few minutes. And then they'll also give you a confirmation number, I believe, that you can check with the state and see how things are going, to see whether they've even received your fingerprints yet, if the background check's been completed, if it's been sent back. So you'll want to use that tracking number to keep an eye on the process and how long things are taking for your background check. Now, once you have done that, while your information is processing on the back end, you want to go ahead and start your class. It's a 63-hour class in the state of Florida. It can vary in price. Mine, I was able to find a Groupon actually for a company that did it for, I think $70 is what I paid for my Florida real estate class, and it was completely online. You also have classes that are in person if you're someone who wants to be in a classroom setting in front of a physical instructor, and that's just how you learn better. You can find local classes in your area. However, if you were like me and you were really trying to get things done on the fast track and you were really excited to go ahead and get started, I prefer doing it online because I could do it at my own pace. I could do it as quick as I wanted to. In fact, I was able to complete my 63-hour class from start to finish within 2 weeks. And so you can get it done as quick as you're willing to, as long as you are dedicated. But keep in mind, I was staying up till like 4 in the morning every single night and studying, taking my exams, doing my coursework, and just knocking everything out as quick as I could, but also not just rushing through it, because you do want to retain that information when it comes time to take your end of course exam and when you're taking your state exam. Once you go through and you complete all your assignments and you have gotten through the 63-hour class, you are going to have an end of course exam. So this isn't the state exam where you finally get issued your real estate license. This is just for the end of the class. Now this one is really important, just as important as the state exam, because with this exam, now I believe you only have to get a 70 out of 100 to be able to pass this one, but if you don't pass it on the first try, there is, I think, a 30-day wait until you can take it again. So that's going to push you back a month. So that's why I say if you're trying to get things done on the fast track, just don't rush. You want to actually make sure you're retaining the information, because if you rush through the course and then you go to take the end of course exam and you don't pass, then you just wasted 30 days that you have to wait all over again. So we want to make sure that we are taking our time, we're reading through the questions, we're going back and retaking practice exams, and making sure that you fully understand before moving to the next chapter. Now, hopefully you pass your end of course exam on the first try. If you do, congratulations. Now it's time to move on to the state exam. So you're going to want to see how things are going at the DVPR. They should notify you by email once your application has been approved and letting you know that you're ready to test. And so that's why I say you want to start that process first, so that hopefully you've completed your class, and by then you've already gotten the notification that you're cleared to take the exam. So after you finish your end of course exam, your instructor will actually either email, or if it's in person, I think you would get a printed certificate. But if you get one through the online class, they'll email it to you and you can print it out. But they'll send you a copy of your certificate saying that you completed the course, and you'll want to bring that with you to your state exam. And the exam is going to be administered through Pearson VUE. You can do it online, or they have testing centers if you have one that's close to you or within driving distance, and you can go test in person. Now, I did mine online, and I just want to say, if you're planning on doing your test online for the exam, just know it is like being in a classroom setting. You actually do have someone that monitors your camera. You are required to show them your workspace. So if you're at a desk or against a wall, you'll actually have to take it at a computer that has a camera. So I did on my laptop, and I had to pick my laptop up and kind of just swivel around the room and show them that there was nobody in there with me. I didn't have any notes or anything stuck to the wall or any materials or anything that would aid me in cheating on the test. So they're very concerned with that, and so just know if you take it at home, it's going to be just as strict and secure as if you were doing it in a classroom setting. And with the state exam, you get 3.5 hours, and there's going to be 100 questions for you to complete, and you'll have to get at least 75 correct. So you get to miss up to 25 questions to pass the exam. And there are going to be what's called pilot questions. I don't know how many there are. I don't know if it's the same amount for everyone. I think when I took my exam, it said that there were 6 pilot questions, and you're not going to know which ones those are. But basically, they're questions that they throw into the test to test and see if they would be good questions to use on the exam the next time that they update it, I guess. And so you want to make sure you treat every question serious, because you won't know which one is a pilot question and which one is just a question that counts. But the pilot questions don't count. So whether you get them right or wrong, it's not going to affect your test results. Now, once you take the exam, like I said, you have 3.5 hours, so you can take your time. I went over and checked my answers twice, and I think I still was able to finish it in just under 2 hours. But I definitely wanted to go and read through each question, and for like the math portion, I went through with my calculator and double checked my math to make sure I wasn't making any errors, to make sure I wasn't reading anything wrong, because they are going to word questions in a way that's going to be difficult and aim to trip you up. And so you just want to make sure that you are studying, and that when you're taking practice exams, by the way, there's plenty of free resources, but you can also pay to take a course online that will have plenty of practice tests that you can take over and over as many times as you want until you take the final exam. And with those, I found that they were worded similarly to the exam, so I was prepared for that tricky wording. So if you're taking practice exams, just know that they're going to word it in a way that might be difficult to comprehend the first time you read it, but that's just to get you ready for the exam, because that's what it's really going to be like. Now, once you pass your exam, if you do it in person, I'm pretty sure you'll just go to whoever it is that's administering the test once you've completed it, and they'll give you your results, whether you passed or failed. I know since I did mine from home online, it told me as soon as I finished the test, it said, congratulations, and let me know that I had passed, and I'm officially a licensed sales associate in the state of Florida. And so that's super exciting moment. And also there's more flexibility too. I forgot to mention, if you're taking it online, I was able to take mine actually when I got home from work, and I think I finished my exam around like 3 a.m. or something like that, because they do have the people that are going to be monitoring it online from all over different places across the country. And so they may be on a different time zone, and so that's why they may have someone that's there to monitor the test at 1, 2, or 3 a.m. But I was able to take mine later in after the middle of the night, and so stayed up till 4 a.m. I was super excited, super tired, of course, once I finished it, but I could finally like rest in peace that night, knowing all of that hard work paid off, and I actually passed my exam. Once you've passed your exam, your license is not active yet. It doesn't become activated until you sign on with a broker, and your broker actually goes onto the DBPR website and activates your license. So give it about a week after you've passed your exam for it to actually show up online with your license and your license number and all of that, and you'll be able to go ahead and start interviewing brokerages. So you have as much time as you want to take to interview brokerages, of course, up until the time that your license expired. So you don't want to waste too much time, but you also want to take enough time to where you feel like you can comfortably make an informed decision. So like here, there are so many, probably over 100 different brokerages just in the city where I work at and where I live, to decide on which brokerage to go with. I actually ended up signing on with the brokerage that I purchased my home through. I really liked how they worked. I liked their ethics. Whenever I met my now broker, who was before the broker of my real estate agent when I purchased my home, I feel like they handled everything smoothly, very professional. They kept me updated. They were great with communicating with me the whole time, and they definitely took the stress out of home buying for me. And so I decided I wanted to work at a brokerage where I can offer people that same security and that sense of understanding and knowing what's going on with the process, as somebody who had never worked in real estate before but was buying a home for the first time. Once you interview with a brokerage and you decide that you like the split that they're offering, so for example, some brokerages have a 100% commission where you don't have to split anything with your broker. Some are 50-50, some are 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, and so on. So once you find a brokerage that has a split that you're comfortable with, and they provide resources that are able to help you feel like you can do a good job of working for your clients, and you have all the tools you need to be successful, and everybody's going to be different. So it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for somewhere that has a physical office, if you're looking for somewhere that operates as a team, if you're looking for somewhere that's going to give you the highest commission split, just keep those things in mind when you're interviewing brokerages. Finally, when you make a decision, you'll sign on with a brokerage, and as I mentioned before, your broker is going to go in, they're going to activate your license, and once you have an active license, you are good to go ahead and start practicing real estate. I mean, they're definitely going to want to train you first and just kind of give you some tips as a brand new agent and how to get started, how to feel comfortable, and it's pretty much just going to be at that point getting your feet wet, just testing the waters and finding out the best ways to be able to promote your business and the best way to be able to attract clients and then be able to better serve those clients. So yeah, that's everything that you need to know about the process of taking your Florida real estate exam and becoming a licensed agent in the state of Florida. And so yeah, if you guys have any questions, like, feel free to reach out to me. I'll probably be making a video later to elaborate, once you have an activated license, some tips and things you want to do as soon as you get licensed to help get yourself out there, to help you network, to help you find clients and all of that. So be on the lookout for that here. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I don't want to like delay too much. I try to post a little bit more consistently now that I'm actively doing real estate and I'm actively working with clients. But obviously I try to make time for this as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.